Alright, chat. Just got done doing the recap for the last day of March 31st. So, this is gonna be a week recap, the last week recap of, or setups of the week from the 23rd through the 27th of March. Just gonna go over the setups that were A plus that I liked a lot. Whether they won, lost, or got break even, doesn't matter. Just as long as they're A plus setups, I'm gonna go over them and show which ones should have been and which have not been taken for the week. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start on this replay mode. It's really late, dude. I gotta wake up. It's 1:30 for me right now. 1:22. I'm gonna be off 6 hours of sleep. Tomorrow market open. I'm cooked. So this day we actually got nothing. Let's see this 10 to 11. Just gonna briefly go through this. So you can see we have. We don't care about that actually. Looking strictly at this. Alright, so let's see what happens. So market opens. Wait, did we get something? I mean, I really like this low resistance here, but I don't really see any type of entry. Yeah, no entry here. I'm on the wrong fucking day. I'm an idiot. Hold on a minute. I'm actually an idiot. I was like, that looks so familiar. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, the 23rd. I still don't think we got anything on the 23rd. I don't remember. Okay, we got a market open short, but it's not anything that should have been taken. This is like just a pure, eval trade. Really discretion. So, excuse me. Turn this indicator on. You can see we took out Asia up here, or previous day Asia from like Thursday last week or Wednesday. I think we took it out on, we took that out on ES as well. See if we delivered out of anything. We tapped into that 4 hour right there. Alright, we have an untapped hourly below. After this huge expansion, I'm most definitely looking for some type of retracement. This is also off war news that Trump announced, which is, I think, a straight up lie, by the way. This was a straight up lie. Said that they had some good talks, and then Iran came out and said they did not. That did not happen. That shit did not happen at all. So, I don't know what the fuck was on about that, but straight up market manipulation, dude. Anyways. I mean, we still have this high. I would consider it not really a data high, but still that news high, because it's the high we made after this big ass counter to the upside. So we do have buy side targets, but what I really want to see is if we're gonna continue to be bullish, I want to see this 1 hour get manipulated into and then run up higher. Or I could see, maybe us coming up to this high and then looking for a retracement down to this hourly. Either or. My main objective today is the hourly, so I can see that did we pull back to, we most definitely did pull back to OT of this range that we put in. ES, I believe, held this 5 minute right there, not too sure, but it doesn't really matter. Honestly, there's really nothing to take besides, if I go on the 1 minute, you'll see absolutely nothing. Let me go on the first trade actually. So before market open, we get this 5 minute. We were about to get this 5 minutes, so I told myself if we inverse this, I'm open to take this. We have a great break even point right there. Untapped hourly. I want to see this. This is what I mean, dude. This looks really, really good, man. I thought we could just just come down to this low before getting any longs or continue to go low, whatever we wanted to do. All I knew is this hourly was a very, very really high probability target, and then unfortunately just got break even on this. And then from there, I mean, we really don't do anything. We're just bouncing within the range. As you can see, bouncing, horrible price action. Nothing to be taken here. Already halfway through kill zone. We're taking like internal highs and stuff, but this stuff does not matter because we're still in this entire range from here to here. We have not delivered lower or higher or anything. We're just bouncing in that range. And then, of course, it's already 11:30. So you can see there's nothing there. There's just this market open play, which is completely discretional, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's bad. I think it's a really good idea. We have a great break-even point and everything, but definitely not something I would really take on the live account. So let's go to the next day, Tuesday. Okay, I think this is the, is this it? Alrighty. Let's go ahead and play this out. Let's see what setups we got. Okay, so we got a really nice short here off a 2 minute, and there was also a 30-second too. So basically, if I bring this back to market open, the one thing I notice is, I mean, we're in a bearish trend here. We have amazing low resistance to the upside. We have a London high up here. Inside of that 4 hour, we have sell side down here. Okay, so this is pretty important because we have that new week opening gap here. Okay, there's really nothing much. This looks like a higher time frame. Again, long setup on the 4 hour time frame. We pull back into this gap, inverse this 4 hour. We look bullish, right? No. We still got to scale down to the lower time frame and see what's happening there. We can see we inverse this hourly. We failed to hit this high up here, and then we just completely inverse this hourly right here. So once we inverse this hourly, I'm going to be looking to be short until we hit a level that we can reject off of. So inverse the hourly determines our bias to be bearish. Now, what I want to see in higher time frame is just something really simple. Like I want to see a resweep of this low, and then, you know, an IFEG to the upside, targeting all of this low resistance, and then maybe runners to London high. But ideally, I just really love this stack, you know, stack setup liquidity. I really like that, how that looks. I mean, dude, this looks beautiful in the 15 minute. 5 minute looks beautiful. 1 minute looks beautiful. This looks great. So, I think we had an SMT at that low. I'm not too sure. So we did have an SMT at that low. So if we're gonna reverse off of this, which is fine, I want to see this 5 minute or this 15 minute over here get inverse to confirm our bias, and then we can look for continuations. If we hit this gap and then give a short setup, I can expect for price to run lower and resweep this low. And that's pretty much exactly what happened. So I'm gonna turn my drawings on. So boom, we run up, and then we give this 30-second short. But again, since at this point in time, I was either bullish or bearish. Don't really have a set bias, not fixated on anything. I'm not going to take something that, you know, that my bias is not strongly, I don't have strong conviction on, right? I don't have strong conviction on shorts or longs. It's either or. It's just purely conditional. So I'm just waiting to see, you know, what we do with this gap or what gets presented. So we get the 30-second right here. Great close here. You could have got a much better entry. I waited for the 2 minute because, like I just said, you know, I don't have a fixated bias. Once we got that 2 minute, we got a pretty low close here. No, it's all the way down here. Yeah. Dude, I like that new update that they did. It's actually so wonderful. I'm so glad they did that. Thank you so much, TradingView. Anyways, break even, relatively close. This could be a potential target here, but what I really liked was this final sell side, and then we also have, let me go on the hourly. We pretty much have this BPR. Okay, we have I'm so confused right now. Hold on. Okay, let me bring this back. Tuesday, there we go. So you can see we have this new week opening gap. It was, why is it, I'm so confused. Why does it look weird? Okay, it's marked there. I don't know why it looks so much weirder than I remember it to be looking like, but basically inside this huge gap right there, so I figured this would be a great target for us to bounce off of. So yeah, it's really what I was looking for, and dude, this shit delivered perfectly. Small ray trace here, and then just straight dump within 2 candles, or 3 candles right there. Full TP, beautiful trade. After that, we kind of consolidate. I could expect a long here, but I mean, I would want to see something more V-shape, or at least if we're gonna chop, give much more structure, like build low resistance, resweep, and then give a long. But this is just not attractive to me at all. So there's really nothing at all here to trade. I think there's a 5 minute IFEG here that happened. There's a 5 minute right there. Right here, I'm putting my cursor on it. around right here, but I did, it just looks so ugly, man. And not only that, but you're targeting a protected high because this high swept this liquidity right there, these equal highs right there, inside of a fair value gap. So this is a protected high. This is just very disgusting. Okay, this is the only good setup for this day. Now on to the next day. I need to make this a little bit quicker. It's already 1:30. A little too bright. Okay, that's perfect. So 10 to 11. This is perfect. All right. Here, this is honestly, I didn't have much conviction in shorts, so I didn't take the earlier entry. I took the 5 in here. But honestly, looking back at this, I should have 100% been bearish. 100%. So if I bring this back to market open, the first thing I see is, okay, we still have this buy side news from War that we're trying to target on one of these on Monday. London has already been swept. Okay, ES has not swept London. We made relatively equal highs, but we already took this news data high out. Okay, so that's pretty important. So I could see longs. Longs look pretty reasonable to me. But I mean, the shorts, like the sell side targets, is what I should say, are much more A plus. We have London and Asia stacked on top of each other, relatively equal lows on both pairs, right there as you can see. If we go to the 5 minute, you can see and another set of relatively equal lows right there. And then we just have this swing low, and then on the 1 minute we develop not lots, but really good low resistance right there. And so honestly, if we have a 5 minute, or I can look for, I don't know, I forgot the exact thought process. I'm not going to dig too deep into it, but basically can see a continuation long, or can look for something short. And what we got off this was, so here. This is exactly what I was talking about. So we make an SMT at this high. All right, ES already takes London high, these relatively equal highs, and we already have taken news data. So I don't know why in my right mind I was thinking, okay, we could possibly still be bullish, take this high out here. You know, once we rejected out of this 5 minute BPR, and then we also rejected out of the 15 minute, making that SMT with these A plus targets to the downside, I 100%, 1,000,000% should have taken this 1 minute here, right? That 1 minute should for sure have been taken, and then I could have gone break even at this untapped 5 minute below. But instead, my dumbass, waited for confirmation, because I don't know why I was still considering being bullish after. I think I just wasn't paying attention. I was not in my right mind, because I didn't even notice these lows here until after I took the trade. So I was really just targeting something for around 1.5. I forgot exactly what, but waited for the 5 minute. Ended up getting the 5 minute around here, really close to the break even point. Had much conviction in this trade here. Stop loss looks something like this, and yeah, this shit delivered. Almost stopped me out of break even. Well, not really, but thought we were gonna get stopped out of break even a while, and then we just dumped. And then we have an SMT at these lows here. You can see ES took out Asia and London, NQ didn't. And then we just retraced and then took them out later on. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to 5 minute for this. Retrace and then we take them out later. But this setup was really good. I like the 5 minute was really good. But I mean, dude, this 1 minute was beautiful. It was a beauty of a trade. Man, oh man, I should have taken that one. 1 to 4, dude, this is perfect. You could even just target these low resistance right here and just full TP there for like what, 1 to 2, 1.75, 1.5R, something like that. But pretty much the only good trade for that day. We also give a long setup here. We have this 5 minute long to retarget these highs, but this is not A plus at all, in my opinion. Not A plus at all. That shit sucked. We chopped up, failed to hit this high, and then ran back lower. Went break even after we inversed at 2 minute. Over here to the left, you can see it right there, and right there. Dude, this was just a horrible trade. I don't like that I took that at all. But yeah, that's that for that. And then we have 2 more days. We have Thursday and Friday. Alrighty, so um again, just one really good trade. Everything else here is chop. We gave a pattern trade continuation on the 5 minute, but uh yeah, let me go to market open. So you have sell side right there. Okay, we have this low resistance up here, untap 30 minute, untap 15 minute. We have a pretty big move to the downside, like 360 points. Inside of this new week opening gap, BPR. Inside of the hourly as well, hourly for value gap, and we don't really have much else. Like we have a 4 hour up here. Yeah, we don't have nothing. So pretty much I can see longs from here, just for a retrace. I'm not really looking to have a full-on reversal, but a retrace, from a retrace standpoint, this looks great. But yeah, honestly, I really was not expecting to trade this day, like, at all. So market opens, see what we get. We have a nice trend line here. Big counter to the downside. We end up sweeping this low. ES does not sweep this low, right? Now, we have an SMT here. I really wanted ES to sweep this low before having the retrace, but, you know, thinking about it, if we're just trying to chase a retrace, we're not actually trying to catch the full liquidity grab. It makes sense for ES to run up and leave these lows open, and then once we get that retrace and go back into shorts, then we can have this as an A+ target. So kind of failed to realize that in the moment. I honestly didn't even notice this 30-second. I was looking at the 1 minute the entire time. But we got a really nice 30-second, and I feel like the only reason I really like this is because we have not perfect, but we have great low resistance up here. We have relatively equal highs up here, and then we have those untapped gaps above. This played out beautifully. Great delivery to the upside. Ended up hitting full TP. Did not take this trade though, which is pretty unfortunate. And then we give a 5 minute pullback. Whoa, not the 1 hour, not the 1 minute. We give a 5 minute pullback right there. As you can see, pull back into that 5 minute. Give a 1 minute IPG back to the upside. Why is this a shit trade? Because for one, we already retraced, hit the retracement. We took out all this low resistance. We hit the untapped 30 minute, untapped 15 minute. So we're basically inside of these gaps. And we don't know if we're going to inverse or respect these. So this should be a period of just waiting. Protected high that you're targeting. This is just all around horrible pattern trade. This is disgusting looking to me. I hate seeing stuff like this. Like, it genuinely brings me disgust. I don't know how to explain it, but it does. Alright, that's that for that day. And then the last day, okay? The last day, Friday. Obviously looking very, very bearish here. Let me bring this to market open, actually. Looking super bearish. Ooh, that was a horrible, I don't even know if that's stuttering or what. I just speaking gibberish. But we have a daily sell side right here. We have an untapped weekly right here as well. Let's see what we got. Untapped 15 minute right there. We have an untapped hourly right there. So looking for a retrace. I'm looking for a simple continuation short. Okay, very, very simple. We dumped down at market open, and then honestly thought we were gonna hit the sell side here, and we give a long setup pretty much, but well, not really. We gave a 1 minute long, got break even. I really wanted to see this hourly get hit before we run lower, but you know, price had other plans. We rejected out of this 5 minute, as you can see right there, that 5 minute BPR. Same thing here with ES, and I think it was a 1 minute. Yeah, it was a 1 minute. We got 2 1 minute IFEGs to the downside. Excuse me. In one candle, or 2 candles. Bang bang, inverse both these gaps. Break even point here, or you can do it at the body of this candle right there. Really just depends on you. And then bang. And then later on throughout the day, we end up hitting that final target, which is the untapped weekly. And that is it. That's gonna wrap up for this week's recap. We low-key got this done pretty quickly within like 20 minutes, so that's great. Monday, just briefly go over these again. Where's Monday? Monday, we didn't get anything. We got a market open discretional play here. Didn't play out ever since then, which is straight chop work. Nothing to be taken there. If you go to Tuesday, Great sell side target, BPR, weekly, new week opening gap, all that good stuff. Nice pullback into this 5 and 15 minute. 30-second IFEG, also gave a 2 minute, and smacked full TP. This is a really good setup in my opinion as well. I really like that. Wednesday, another really good setup. Okay, SMT at the high. We have a SMT with this high as well. ES swept London, and we have great targets. We have this low resistance, the swing low, these relatively equal lows, and then these higher time frame relatively equal lows, which are also session lows. London and Asia. Beautiful delivery here. Beautiful entry here. It's just great. We give a 1 minute. If you didn't catch that, we also get a 5 minute. And then Thursday, this is another really good trade. A bit more risky than the other plays, but I still really like it. We give a great 30-second here. After sweeping liquidity, having an SMT, and we're just overall in this huge imbalance, and we have great targets. Really what made this trade up was this low resistance right here on the lower time frame, these relatively equal highs, and then this higher time frame low resistance, as well as these untapped gaps above. You could have held for that. It's pretty high RR for me, in my opinion, but yeah, it's still great. And then Friday, honestly, this is probably my favorite trade because the draw was so obvious. Actually, I don't know. I don't know my favorite trade of the week, but they're all really good. Would have been much better. I would have loved this if we got a long setup here, targeting this unfilled hourly, and then give a short. That would have been awesome as fuck, but didn't get that. We still rejected out of the 5 minute. Great delivery, inversing these gaps. It's just, I mean, dude, we're bearish. We gave the setup, and then overall, the DOL is just so on point. Like, it's so obvious we want to come for this daily sell side. And then I wasn't expecting this weekly for value gap to get hit, at least on this day. I knew it was definitely going to be a target. Figured it would, come out next week that we would target that, but we ended up hitting that same day. Just great targets to the sell side. Beautiful trade. And honestly, this was the best week of March in my opinion. 4 wins in 4 days in a row, so that's great. Love to see that. And definitely just the best week of March. A lot of March was really choppy, slow, for me at least. Not sure about everyone else, but yeah, this week was just purely amazing. So we'll see how this new week with April opens up. It's Wednesday, April 1st right now. Gonna wake up in 6 hours for market open. And we'll see how that goes. So anyways, that's gonna be it, and I'm out.